Hey guys, the purpose of this video is to walk you through the first programming challenge. So with that in mind, the first thing we want to do is open the program that we will be using, which is Vex V5. You'll find an icon for that on your desktop. If you double click on that, you'll notice that it opens the program. You can maximize it. Now, once the program is open, please notice that it has up at the top in the middle a generic name for the file that it automatically generates. It's called Vex Project. We don't want this. I've created some files for you that we're going to be using for the project. So I'm going to walk you through how to get those files. Okay, so once the program is open, we'll go over to the left-hand portion of your screen, click on the File menu, and go down to Open. Now from here, we need to go to where we have those files. And one of the things we did earlier on in the semester was we moved some files over from a drive to another drive, and we're going to access those right now. So scroll down. On the left-hand side, you'll see the icon that says This PC. Click on that. Now, you're going to need to go to your network drive. It's this is your 320 drive, your home drive. Now, mine has my name on it, and that's because teachers are assigned drives with their names, whereas students, because there's so many more of them, we give you guys numbers, so it's your 320 number, so whatever that happens to be. So double-click on that. Go into the folder, find the folder called My Robotics. That's one of the first things that we did in this class is we created a folder called My Robotics. Double-click on that, and here are the files that we moved over from another drive into our home drive. So student files. Double-click on that, and look for the folder called Programming Challenges. So double-click on that, and you'll notice that there's 4 files in here already. Okay, the first file is Challenge 1 Motor, and then there's Challenge 6, 7, and 8. Now, the reason why this is set up this way is because for the first 5 challenges, we'll be using the same file. We'll just name it something different at the end of the challenge or the beginning of the challenge. We'll just name it something different. So, for instance, currently it's called Challenge 1. When we're done with it and we go on to the next one, we'll call it Challenge 2, Challenge 3, and so on. We'll do that up until we get to Challenge 6, and we won't do that because Challenge 6 has its own file. Challenge 7 has its own file. Challenge 8 has its own file. Okay, so we're going to select Challenge 1 Motor. You can double-click on it, or you can select it once and click Open, and then it opens the file. Now, it's pretty much blank because we haven't done anything with it yet, but please notice up at the top in the middle, it now says Challenge 1 Motor. It's really important that you make sure that you have the correct file because I've set up the file with certain device inputs that we're going to be using for these challenges. And I guess I'll take a second to talk about that right now. All right, so if I click on device inputs, please notice that there are certain things that are listed here. Now, I went ahead and did this ahead of time. It's not something I want you to concentrate on right now. We'll do that later, understanding how to put these in and whatnot. But basically what you have is listed here are all the sensors or motors or switches that are on our test bed. We've got 2 motors, a line tracker, a potentiometer, a green LED light, a bump switch, and a limit switch. And all of the programming tasks that we're going to be doing will be using these items. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out and let you know that we will be coming back to that later. Okay, so currently I do have a test bed connected to the computer, but it's not turned on. I did that on purpose because I wanted to show you up here where it says brain. If you click on that, notice it says no brain connected, but I'm going to reach over and turn on the brain and notice that that's going to change. Okay, so it changed. It gave me a green light. It says there's a Vex V5. It's got the brain right there. Okay, so that's what it's important to look for that because this is the area that where we're going to be putting our code, downloading it, and running it, and so on. Okay, so in this first challenge, what we're going to be doing is adding code to make one of the motors spin for 3 seconds and then stop. Very simple. So to do that, we come over to the left-hand side and we make sure we have the motion area selected. Now there's different areas, okay? And if you have any experience with the program Scratch, you'll notice that there's some clear similarities with these two programs. It's pretty clear that the Vex folks modeled their interface after the Scratch one, so that's kind of cool, something familiar. All right, so what we're going to do is find the spin motor forward command. We'll bring that out, and then the stop motor command. And I'm not snapping those on yet because I just want to bring them out first. Also, yeah, before I forget, let's go to comments. First thing we want to do is we're going to add a comment block, and in the comment block we're going to write the goal of each of the challenges. So for this particular challenge, we're going to write add code to start the right motor for 3 seconds. And that's just a quick reminder about what this is about. Okay, so we'll change this. So spin right motor, and then when it comes time to do it, we'll stop the right motor. Okay, all right, so we can attach that. And then we need a wait command. So we're going to go to control and we're going to find a wait command. So wait. And as I mentioned, we're going to run the motor for 3 seconds. So I'll type 3 there and then stop the motor after that. Okay. So once that's done and we've got the code in place, we can save it. File, save. And then to run it, what we want to do is click download over on the right-hand side of your screen up at the top. We'll click download. This downloads the program to our controller, to our brain. And then when we click run, it'll run the program. Now, when I do that, it'll run the right motor for 3 seconds, and then it'll stop the right motor. And that's it. That's all we're trying to accomplish with this particular challenge. We're starting very easy. Now, I'm going to press run, and you'll hear the motor start up, hopefully, and then it stops after 3 seconds.